The Treasury Department took aim this week at executive pay, ordering 7 big companies that have not paid back their federal bailout money to reduce total compensation for their 25 highest paid employees by an average of 50%. So to help us put that and the rest of the financial news of the week in focus, we are joined by Jim Awad, Managing Director of Zephyr Management. Jim, good to see you. These cuts came from Ken Feinberg, the so-called pay czar. Let's put aside for a second the fact that these moves are expedient politically, that they're red meat politically. Let's talk about the merits of cutting this pay. What are they for and against?
Well, you have to say these companies are still indebted to the system, to the taxpayer, to the government, and that therefore it's appropriate that they be regulated and that the pay of the executives be appropriate in an absolute and risk-adjusted sense. That's the for. The negative is that if you reduce the pay in these companies, maybe the smart people will leave because they know they can get more elsewhere. And so the weaker companies, which still are owned by the government partially and owe the government money, will become even weaker as the smart people leave.
And if they're too big to fail, they may fail even more. Okay, so more may be coming, though, we know, because Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke announced this week that he's going to be reviewing compensation as part of his process, and that would affect 28 banks, not just 7. That's a more significant move. What do you make of that?
Well, this is a major step up in the government involvement in the financial industry, in both in terms of regulation, in terms of compensation, and in terms of how these people take risk and are paid to take risk. So it's subtle. Bernanke is very soft-spoken, but this is a major increase in government involvement in a key industry in this country.
A major increase in government involvement. Will it make a difference? Let's look ahead now, 5 years down the road. Is the way that we pay bankers going to be significantly different than it is now?
I think incrementally and noticeably, yes. Radically, no. In other words, it's going to have an effect. It's going to be gradual. When we look back cumulatively, we will know that it's noticeable, but it won't be shocking in the short term. It's something that will happen over a period of time.
So 5 years down the road, quick answer, can something happen like what did before when our financial system nearly collapsed?
I think they are going to reduce the risk that it will happen again. Can it happen? Yes. It won't happen like it did, and it won't happen for those reasons and for that risk-taking. I think they are going to lower the odds that it'll happen again.
Okay, Jim Awad. Jim, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Pleasure.